Welcome. Today we're talking about soul freedom and what that actually means, what abundance means, and some channel messages for the upcoming remainder of the year and into next year. So we'll start with soul freedom. What does that mean? So, kind of a side note, I had a dream not too long ago, I think in the winter, about this entity that I feel is a reptilian, which I didn't actually really believe in until now, kind of. I actually didn't really believe in any other like dark force. I just thought it was always within us, but now I'm realizing that we are influenced. And so, anyways, in my dream, there was an entity who was demanding my soul. And I saw what that looked like if he were to take it, and it would literally come out of my mouth, and he'd take it. And he kept saying, give me your soul, give me your soul. If you look at me, that means you give me your soul. And I wouldn't look at him. But eventually he walked away. So I have a whole video on that, on what reptilians are, the energy behind it, the influence that they have on us, and how to kind of escape from that, if you will, which is related to this video, because when we quote unquote escape that, or command our sovereignty of our soul back, we are exiting the matrix and we are gaining our soul back. So that is our soul freedom. So they kind of go hand in hand. So when our soul is sort of captivated, it means that we're doing things that are not aligned to our soul. It's driven by money. We might do things that we don't believe in for the money. Essentially, we're taking the money. And then we're following along. We're not stepping into our power. We're staying quiet. We are just, busy bees working, doing, keeping the system going. So the minute that system gets disrupted, people don't like that because the control mechanisms that were in place get disrupted. So when we are, all of this kind of goes in hand. When we are claiming the sovereignty of our soul back, meaning I do not consent or give my soul away to anything or anyone, any being, we are claiming our freedom. And no one has control over us anymore. You can't buy me anymore. It's not going to work. So it's scary for some people to step into that. I also had a dream and I saw my own power and I was a dragon, or I had dragon in me. Dragons are in our lineage. And I don't know if it was awakening. I don't know if I was just seeing myself, my true self, which is a dragon. But I saw the power that lives within me. And that scared me big time. And it took me some time to kind of work through, own, accept, and kind of change my perceptions of things, because not everything is pretty that is on the other side, or on the scene world. It's not always beautiful, sparkly and white and fluffy and feathering. No, the dragons are brown. Mine was at least gray, scaly, big, ferocious, huge. And so our ideas on what what that is and what we truly are, it's hard to see sometimes. So anyways, soul freedom, meaning we no longer chase what is outside of us. Everything that you watch, you listen to, that you pay attention to, your attention is dollar signs. So when we kind of reclaim that in our soul, and when I'm giving my power, my energy to, it's all coming back to your power and your freedom. Okay. So yeah, exiting the matrix kind of goes in hand, you know, when we're not doing things for money necessarily anymore. We're doing things for our heart and the good and what we really want. So it's not necessarily based around a certain dollar amount, which is really hard, taboo to talk about. I mean, I think there's a lot of sales going on right now about abundance, and what that means. They're trying to sell you that you can have anything you want, financial freedom, endless streams of money, but they're really just selling you something. And really, the energy of abundance is you already have everything you need. You really don't need to like buy a course on that. Like you already have everything. So it is a mindset shift, but it's also like not feeding the contract of more. It's that actually buying that course might actually get you more like sold on something, but it's more like I already have everything I need. It's really simple. And I know that there's a lot of people who do need more and like genuinely, and I don't know if, you know, I respect that and, you know, feel like they need more. And, but I think for a lot of people, we do have everything we need. And even though that's hard to really like, accept, but I think contentment and acceptance is a beautiful thing. And minimalism is a beautiful thing, and sharing, community, relying on each other, and all that is a beautiful thing, which is what we are starting to step into. So some of the channeled messages I've received for the future are, like I said, stepping into our power, the energy of that we have within us that's not really turned on is scares the shit out of people who are really leading and controlling and creating our worlds. Like nothing is set in stone and everything can be created like based on us. Like we have that power. We're taught that it's not us, and it's like which there is divine energy, but you know, God isn't necessarily creating every single moment, and we are. And by us sitting back and allowing like leaders or elite people to make the decisions and actually do the creation for us, it's serving them. And that isn't great because they also have that reptilian still in them. So the foundation of our society is based on greed, manipulation, control, lack, and all these things that are just like, no, we don't have to be that way. So it's really up to us, though, to really own it and step into that, which can be scary. It takes time, but that's what we're doing. So I think we're past the phase of awakening. Enough people are awakened. We're into that integration phase of how do we use our power? How do we really step into our power? So integration is all about what we're doing this year, next year. How do we integrate? How do we shift timelines? How do we create our destiny? How do we have control? And integrating peace. Really, a peaceful planet is literally the words that I channeled. Recalling information. We have all the information we need. Remembering things. Also, something I just remembered this too is that I channeled is our ancestors. They're aliens. Aliens are old. They're ancient. They're our ancestors. So we will start remembering them, our lineages. I know for sure that there's dragon in me. I think that there's also alien. I don't know. I don't know how it all works. I don't know how I can be it all at once, but maybe you can. That's just like the stepping into that, those questions. So yeah, we're going to be remembering our lineages. Also, like with all of this, I channeled a while ago how we're going to start remembering Atlantis and like this time period, because we're stepping back into this similar frequency and energy. And so I channeled like last year that we're going to start remembering Atlantis. But yes, this is like the phase of us like actually like creating it again, which is really, really cool and really just an exciting time. Another thing is offerings. So culture is coming back within, at least I'm in the United States. I feel like, at least for me, I wasn't raised with culture. So like, at least a culture that feels foundational. and connected and true. So we'll be stepping more into offerings, in which I think is an ancient concept, but bringing it not just to like offerings to our divine avatars, but like to each other. You know, going over your friend's house, giving them a piece of bread, giving them fruit, giving them something, making them meals. Like, here, take this, take this. I'm offering this to you. Thank you. So it's a beautiful, beautiful gesture, and it's creating more gratitude, connection with each other. And I personally have been stepping more into this type of relationship with people, and something that honestly I wasn't used to, and I don't think our culture is really used to, at least where I'm from. It had to like learn it. And you know, it also builds trust with each other, something that I think we lost, and this year was all about trust. We're in the midst of that, so I already made like a video over that, like trusting each other, building true relationships that like are built on trust, trusted partnerships. No longer is like this, like, let me just come in, use you, get some contacts so I can build my business. You know what I mean? It's like true trusted relationships is so important, especially in business relationships. They don't really differ from real relationships. So building true, like, honest community that like people, where people can trust you, is holding integrity. Is very important. So I hope that this message serves you well, and everyone has such a wonderful day and time ahead of us.